Alright. We would like to welcome everyone to our wedding website. Hopefully everyone that's here is supposed to be here and we don't have any creepers that just discovered our website and that are like watching this video. If you are a creeper, please leave now. But anyway, we thought it would be fun to tell our story and how we met and how we got to be where we are today, as opposed to just writing it because
this is way funner.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Alright, so how did we meet? Basically, it would be June 2014. Yes. I had just come from two of my really good friends' weddings, Stephanie and Tina. Shout out to you guys.
Hey.
I was feeling real emotional, I guess. Like mushy. Mushy would be a better way to put it. After I gave a speech at their wedding, and I remember saying something about like I can't wait until I find what they have. And so I was determined to go home and find what they had. And so I went on Match.com. Shout out to Match out there.
We need some royalties.
Plug royalty. Tasha was the second person that I saw on there. I messaged her, and lo and behold, she responded like right away. And so we started talking a little bit like that same night of the wedding. And then she had to go to bed, I think, or something. So I was like, okay, like, you know, maybe it's just a fluke, you know, she's not going to message me again, you know, just happened to catch her. But the next day rolled around, and it was about like 10 in the morning, and bing, I have a message, a new message on Match from, I don't remember what your name was.
Miss Teamy.
Oh, Miss Teamy. Miss Teamy. So I had a message from her, so she reached out to me. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And like her whole thing from the beginning was like, I'm just looking for friends. And I was like, homies. So I was like, okay, well, we can just be homies. That's fine. I thought she was very beautiful. And like after reading her profile, I was like, oh, this girl is smart. And she's like about something, you know. She's not just like some weirdo on Match. And so there are a lot of weirdos. But ultimately, you know, we became better friends at that point, and we exchanged phone numbers, started texting. July 2nd, 2014 was our first date. We went to Mizu Sushi, even though she's not a sushi person. She still agreed to go there, but I didn't know that she didn't like sushi until way after the fact.
Still good food there.
Yeah, she had chicken teriyaki. No, or salmon. She had
always
salmon. Always salmon in a bento box. And so, yeah, we went on our first date.
Great date.
Things in my life got a little bit, yeah, we were homies at that point. Right after the date, though, things got a little bit crazy in my life personally. A few days later, I guess, is when I lost my mom. And, but we were still texting. Like, we were still, like, I was kind of letting her know, like, what was going on. And I didn't even know that she was, like, literally right down the street from the hospital that I was in while she was at work. But like from that day, and prior to that too, like I was starting to like really develop a good friendship with her, really get to know her, I should say. And she's just amazing. She's just an amazing person, and I was intrigued and wanted to know more about her. And so after my mom passed, like we started hanging out more, and she was just there, you know, like it was probably the hardest thing that I ever had to deal with in my entire life, and she was just there. And she wasn't like she wasn't trying to force her way into the situation, but like really just kind of opening herself up to say, I'm here if you need me, you know, kind of thing. And I did want her there because she was just a nice person to talk to and fun to be around and stuff like that. And so yeah, so that was July of 2014. I want to say later that month, baby got real bold, and at some point, you know, it went from we're no longer homies, I don't want to be your homie anymore, to I want to be something more than a homie. We were doing something, and I tried to give her a high five, and she was like, she made this face, like this pouty face, like, And I was like, I thought we were homies. When did I miss the memo that we weren't homies anymore? And so instead of a high five, we ended up giving like a good hug. It was like a good, like, more than just a friend hug, but it was from that moment on, I think, we started to build what we have now.
Yeah. It happened very quickly.
It did happen very quickly, but it wasn't like typical like U-Haul.
For those
of you that know what that is, it wasn't like that. It was on a whole other level, and like something we talk about a lot with our relationship and how it became to be what it is. It's all about timing, and that's kind of like what our theme is. It's just it was a perfect time for us in that moment. Like everything kind of aligned beyond us. It was way bigger than us, and we were both very spiritual people, and we believe in God, and we know like where our blessings come from, and I know that she was a blessing for me.
You were my blessing, honey.
You can't even just always
You
wonder
were.
me. And so it was about timing for us, and because of that, like because we know that it's something bigger than ourselves, like we respect what we have, and
you make me emotional.
Don't cry. She asked me to be her girlfriend, kind of like, will you be my woman? No. It was cuter than that. Like she has a cute face. I mean, she's. But she basically, we made it official after we were no longer homies, and fast forward a few months, like about 6 months or so went by, and I just knew, like the more time that I spent with her, the more I got to know about her, I knew that this person would be someone that I could be with for the rest of my life. And so I made that decision that I wanted to ask her to marry me. And so that's what I did. That's what I did. So when I decided I was going to propose to her, I want you to tell this side. Like, what do you remember about that weekend?
Okay, so that weekend, baby said, let's go to the city, which we love the city. And she's going to take some pictures because she likes to do that for a hobby, is take photos. So I was like, I'm going to be a trooper and I'm going to go support her creativity. And
so supportive, right?
She can take pictures. And so we stayed at a hotel, and we had, like, the night before, her friends Tina and Steph were there, so we went out with them. And then the next morning, she's like, let's wake up with the crack of dawn and let's go up by Hawk Hill and take some pictures of the sunrise. And I was like, okay. And
that's exactly
okay. But yeah, when we left, it was still dark at 5 a.m. And then we went up there, taking pictures, looking at the sunrise. It's so beautiful. And then we were talking about, like, I know we mentioned her mother, and like how I was like, she's an angel, she's up above, and then all I remember is like, boom, Alexis is on her knee.
It was awesome, because if she would have been like, I don't want to do anything, it would have been hard, right? So, so we're up there, and like she said, she was talking about my mom and stuff, and I think I said something along the lines of like, I could do this with you for the rest of my life. And then she was like, oh yeah, like she just agreed with me. And this whole time I'm taking pictures behind us because I had like my tripod and a remote, like, taking pictures of the sunset and stuff. And I have the ring in my pocket. So I just got down right there and said, will you marry me? And she was just like, shut up. Stop it. Oh my gosh, shut up. Are you kidding me? Like that, or something like that. And I was like, so is that a no or a yes?
Hell yes.
Right, and so she said yes, and so we took some more pictures while we were up there. Then we headed back to the hotel where I had another surprise for her.
Yes, so baby's like, look, we're gonna go to lunch with Tina and Steph. I'm like, cool, I'm down, love those girls, let's do this. And so like we went to the hotel, got dressed, because it was like we were still in our sweats or whatever. And then she tells me like, oh, they're downstairs. I'm like, well, hurry up, let's go. I'm always like the one ready, and I'm waiting for her to get dressed. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, just went downstairs, and like she let me kind of walk in front of her, like, okay, go. They're like in there. So I'm like, I was like, come on, let's go. So I start walking in there, charging in. And then I see like all my family and like some of my family and some of my friends and her friends, and it was just like a huge surprise, and it was just amazing. I was like, I was so shocked.
This is gonna be like a huge day for us, and we're just excited to spend that day with you guys and have you guys there. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Yes.
And we love all of you guys.
Yes, I love you so much.
We look forward to seeing you guys there.
Ciao.
Bye bye.